Good morning students. Welcome you to 10th standard English class. In today's video, we are going to see the book back grammar exercises taken from textbook page number 107, 108 and 109. First, we are going to see about phrases and clauses. In that, before going that, first we will just recall the noun. What are nouns? Nouns are naming words. It may be a name of a person, place or animal or object. Next one, verb. Verbs are action words and adjectives or describing words. All these things we have learnt in the previous video lessons. And now we are going to see the finite and non-finite verbs. So here first we are going to see the definitions. Words which denote an action are known as verbs. So here for example, jumping, reading, writing, singing, all those example words are action words. So it will all come under verbs. Now here these verbs can be classified into two types. Now we are going to see what are the two types of verbs, that is finite verb and non-finite verbs. Dear students, before going into the exercises, if you have the textbook, you can take it in your hand and you can have a pencil, so that whatever the important things I'll tell, you just underline it, so that it will be easy for you to understand. So we have seen there are two types of verbs. What are they? They are finite and non-finite verbs. Now we are going to see the two different types of verbs in detail. First one is finite verb. See the sentence given here. My brother goes to temple daily. And the second example, we have already finished the project. If you see these two sentences, the words that are printed in bold letters, that is goes and finished, they are finite verbs. Now we are going to see how they are telling that they are finite verbs. Actually, the finite verbs indicates the tense and time of the action. If you see the first example, my brother goes to temple daily. So here it indicates the tense. Here goes, it is present tense, and the time of action is mentioned is daily. If you say the second one, the word that is printed in the bold letter, finished. So finished is a verb. It tells about the past tense and it tells the time, that is already finished. So we will see the remaining sentences. So here the finite verbs indicates the tense and time of action. We have already seen in the previous example mentioned in the textbook. Next one is finite verbs undergo a change as and when the subject, that is number or person, changes. So accordingly it will show. So finite verb means its main function is to indicate the tense and time, and it will undergo a change when the subject changes. Now we are going to the second type, that is non-finite verbs. See the first one. Non-finite verbs do not indicate the tense and time of actions. Whereas in the previous, that is in finite verbs, we have seen that the finite verb, the function of the finite verb is to indicate the tense and time, whereas in non-finite verbs do not indicate the tense and time of the action. See the second point. Non-finite verbs do not change even when the subject, that is number or person, changes. Whereas in the finite verb, what is that? It will undergo a change, just opposite to the finite verb. Understood? So first thing, the finite verb, once again I'll tell you, just note it down. So in the finite verb, it indicates the tense and time of the action, whereas the non-finite verb do not indicate the tense and time of action. In the finite verb, the finite verb undergoes a change, whereas in non-finite verb, no changes occurs. Now we are going to see that there are three kinds of non-finite verbs. First one is an infinitive. Second one is a gerund, and the third one is a participle form. First one, an infinitive. Infinitive is nothing but to plus verb. For example, to jump, that is to plus verb, jump. To read, to write, to sing. Next one is a gerund form. Gerund form means verb plus ing, that is play plus ing, playing. Watch plus ing, watching. Read plus ing, reading. So the verb ending in ing says gerund form, and if we add to in front of the verb, it is an infinite form. Next one is participle form. That is, for example, if you take the verb asked, asked, past participle or participle form. Likewise, tell, told. That one also past participle form. Then write is a present tense, wrote past tense, written participle form. So likewise, drive, drove, driven. These are some examples for participle form. Now we are going to see some example sentences for the above three kinds of non-finite verbs. See the first example sentence. My son likes to watch cricket matches. See the underlined word. To watch. It is an infinitive. Already I told you infinitive means to plus verb. So here verb is watch. So it is an infinitive, that is to plus watch. To watch. See the second example. Playing chess is my hobby. So in the bracket it is given as gerund form. So already I told you gerund form means verb plus ing form. Here verb is play. So we are adding ing. So it becomes a gerund form. And the third example. Driven out of the kingdom, the king hid himself in a forest. So the underlined word driven, it is a participle form. For example, this is drive, drove, driven. So these are all some examples for the three different kinds of non-finite verbs. So easily you can identify, that is, what are the three kinds of non-finite verbs: infinitive form, gerund form, and participle form. Next, we are going to see phrases and clauses. First, we'll see phrase. We'll see the definition for that. A phrase is a group of words without a finite verb. So here, first you should know the definition for phrase. So the words given in the box, it is a definition. You should be thorough with that. So see the example, an intelligent boy. Next example, a costly pen. Third example, an interesting story. So if you see at the above words, that is the above group of words are known as phrases. It doesn't contain a finite verb. So already we have seen what are finite verbs and what is the function of a finite verb. So it indicates what? The tense and time. But if you see the example, that three group of words, it doesn't indicate any time or tense. So once again, a phrase is a group of words without a finite verb. The next one we are going to see about clause. First, clause means a clause is a group of words which consist of a finite verb. See the examples and examples given here. A boy who is intelligent. Next one, a pen which is costly. Next one, a story which is interesting. So here the group of words given above are clauses. We will see some more examples. See the first one. Having completed the work, the boy went out to play. The underlined part of the sentence doesn't contain a finite verb. For example, having completed the work. This group of words is a phrase. So once again, the underlined part of the sentence doesn't contain a finite verb. See the next example. After the boy had completed the work, he went out to play. So here the underlined part of the sentence contains a finite verb. Hence we call it as a clause. Already we have seen finite verb, that is it indicates the tense and time. In the second example, after the boy had completed. So completed, it is a tense. It refers to the past tense. So when, that is timing. After completing the work, the boy went out to play. Now we are going to see about the kinds of phrases. We have three kinds of phrases according to their functions in sentences. So you can underline, if those who have book, three kinds of phrases. How we are dividing into three kinds of phrases? It depends upon the function. What's the function performed in the each sentence? The first one is adjective phrase. So we'll see what is adjective phrase. Already we have seen what are adjectives. Adjectives are describing words. In short, So here we'll see the definition first. It is a group of words that does the work of an adjective. It describes the noun. So you should know the definition first. Adjective phrases are a group of words that does the work of an adjective. That is adjective. What is meant by adjective? It describes the noun. You can underline does the work of an adjective. If we come to that example, we bought chairs made of wood for our auditorium. So here made of wood. It is what? It is an adjective. So here it is a what kind of adjective phrase is used? Adjective phrase is used. The second type of phrase is adverb phrase. So here adverb means it gives some information about the action, whereas in the previous one adjective phrase it describes the noun, and now the second type is adverb phrase. We'll see. It is a phrase which functions as an adverb. This phrase supplies some information about the action. So you can underline that words some information. In the first one is it describes, that is the adjective phrase. When if the phrase gives some information, it is an adverb phrase. You see the example. When the patient was taken to the emergency ward, the doctors rushed there in a hurried manner. So see the words underlined, hurried manner. So it gives some information how the doctors went inside the emergency ward. The third type of phrase is noun phrase. So this is a phrase which acts as a noun. That is, noun means name of a person or an animal or a place or an object. See the example. A boy of class 10 became the house captain. So here the underlined words, a boy of class 10. Here boy is a noun. So here just we'll recall. So we have seen the different kinds of phrases, that is adjective phrase, adverb phrase and noun phrase. Adjective phrase, that is it describes the noun. Then adverb phrase, it gives some information about the action. Next third one is noun phrase, is that it is acts as a noun. Now we'll go to the exercises now. Identify the phrases in the following sentences and classify them as adjective, adverb or noun phrase. So previously we have seen the different kinds of phrases. Now you have to identify from the given sentence, and you can take out your pencil and you can underline in the book. See the first sentence. The girl in blue saree is my sister. So here it is a blue saree. It is an adjective because it describes the noun. Saree is the noun. So it describes. So it is an adjective phrase. So the girl in blue saree is my sister. In blue saree, you can underline that one. So it is an describes the color of the saree. So it is an adjective phrase. Next sentence. Kohli hopes to win the trophy. So here it is a noun phrase. Win the trophy. Trophy is a noun, name of a object. So it is a noun phrase. You can underline to win the trophy. Next one. The train halts at every junction. So here you can underline the word every. Every denotes the time. That is adverb, manner, or when it is stands at the halts at the junction. Next one. I have never seen such a picture. It is also an adverb. That is never. Never seen such a picture. Never is a adverb. So you can, the bracket you can write it as adverb phrase. Next one. She worked in an enthusiastic manner. So it is also an adverb phrase because it explains the manner. That is, it gives information about the action, how it was done in an enthusiastic way. So here you can tell that it is an adverb phrase. Then fifth sentence. She worked in an enthusiastic manner. So it tells about the information about the action. So here what's the action? Worked. So how it tells the information how she worked. Enthusiastic. So it is also an adverb phrase. Next we will see about the kinds of clauses. So in the previously we have seen kinds of phrases. Now we are going to see about the different kinds of clauses. First one is adverb clause. That is, it modifies the verb. That is, it tells something about the action. This clause gives details about the action. So here it modifies the verbs and it tells something that regarding the action. See the example now. The students were sitting quietly in the classroom until the teacher arrived. So here the verb is modified and tells something about the action. So it gives a detailed information about the action. If you see that sentence, example sentence, the highlighted part of the sentence speak about the time of the action. So how long they were waiting until the teacher arrived. So the highlighted part, it speaks about the time of the action. So it is an adverb clause. The second type of clause is the noun clause. This clause functions as a noun. See here the example given. Whoever wins the contest will get a prize. So here the highlighted portion acts as a noun part here. So it is based on the noun clause. Once again, here the clause, why it is called as noun clause means it functions as a noun. So easily you can understand, remember what is a noun clause. This particular class functions as a noun. So it is named as noun clause. The third one is the adjective clause. Already we have seen adjective means describing word. So here it acts as an adjective and describes a noun. If you see the example, I went to the place where I was born. So here the underlined word or highlighted words, that is where I was born. It describes the place. So it is an adjective clause. Students, hope you have understood the grammar part, that is phrases and clauses and the verbs, that is finite verbs and non-finite verbs. Just go through the book back exercise and complete the assignment. Thank you students. May God bless you.